Welcome to Easy Tech, a textbook of computer science. In this chapter, you will learn about Excel functions and charts. Microsoft Excel, it's a powerful tool used to perform calculations and present data in a clear and visual way. Functions. These functions, they help us calculate values very quickly, whereas charts help us understand data in a pictorial or graphical way. So sit comfortably, keep your notebooks ready. Let's start. So first thing is first, how we can enter data in Excel. Now Excel is this particular thing in Excel. It is being called as you can say a worksheet. While you open Excel, Microsoft Excel, by default there are three sheets: sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. Now for entering data in Excel, what you need to do? Just move the cursor to that cell. This is cell, this is cell, this is cell. Address of this cell is C1, address of this cell is C2, address of this cell is C3, address of this cell is C4, address of this cell is C5. I will move that cursor to the particular cell and then will enter the data. Look, this is the name box where address of cell is depicted, and here the value in this formula bar. This is formula bar. Here the value is being depicted that I have entered. This tick stands for enter button. This cross stands for cancel button. After entering data, I will press enter. Data is entered in that particular cell. This is the way to enter data in a cell. Now, what is a formula? A formula is an expression used to calculate values not in single cell, maybe single cell, or number of cells or range of cells. Microsoft Excel uses various operators that are being used. Plus sign is for addition, minus sign is used for subtraction, this is multiplication sign, star asterisk is for multiplication, forward slash is used for division, and this caret, this symbol is being used for exponent. Likewise, you use symbol in mathematics, but in Microsoft Excel certain different symbols are being used. So we have to use these symbols while performing multiplication, division or exponent in Excel. The most important point, all formulas in Excel must begin with equal to sign. I am again repeating this point. Equal to sign should be written before a formula. For example, look at this sheet. In cell A1 I have written 45. In cell B1 I have written 65. Now in cell C1 I have to write formula sum of these two, A and B, A1 and B1. So the formula should be equal to A1 plus B1 and then press enter. Type equal to in the selected cell. Enter the formula. After writing the formula, this formula will appear in the formula bar. Press enter key. Sum of these two numbers will appear in the cell. Likewise, look at this one. 45, 65, center them, equal to A1 plus B1, press enter, 110 appears in the cell. In the formula bar, this is formula and this is the name box address of the cell where this formula appears. Cell A1, cell B1, result in cell E1. This one is formula. This is. Now, for example, another example I will take. Let's suppose I'll delete this formula. I have got another set of values 33, 42, 11, and I want to obtain the sum, you can say sum of these values in this cell. Formula is simple. A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus D1 plus E1. Press enter. Sum will come. A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus D1 plus E1. Very simple. This way I can write the formula. Let's suppose I have to add from A1 to, you can say, 10 more values. So this formula becomes very much lengthy formula. Instead of writing everything, what I will write equal to sum, starting cell is A1, colon, ending cell is E1. If I want to add 100 cells, 1000 cells, what I have to write? Address of starting cell, then colon, address of ending cell, and then press enter. This is the sum formula with starting cell and ending cell. Sum function, you can say it's a function name with starting cell, colon, ending cell. A small shortcut way, instead of writing address of every cell, we will write the starting cell, colon, and ending cell. Now the function to find the sum of values, like suppose data is there in cell C5, C6, C7, C8, C9 is equal to sum C5 starting cell, C9 ending cell. Here we will write formula equal to sum C5 colon C9, and this formula is written in cell C10. Here the sum of all these values that will come. This is the way to write sum function. What are the functions? Functions are built-in values, predefined values in Excel. They eliminate the need of writing manually the formulas while giving human-friendly names. Likewise, we have used this function sum A1 to E1. It will sum up all the values from A1 to E1. First is sum function that we have already done. Then average function. It is used to calculate the mean of all the values, like this one. This is equal to average A1 colon E1. it will find the mean of all the values in the cell. It will calculate the average of all the values from A1 to E1. Max function, it returns the largest value from all the values. I will practically demonstrate this. This is equal to, instead of this one, I'll write maximum value from all these values, and from all these values, from this 45, 65, 33, 42, 11, 65 is the maximum value. Press enter. It will give the result as 65. Minimum function will calculate the minimum value among all these values, and if you see from these 5 values 11 is minimum, it should give the answer as 11. I'll write min A1 to E1, output should be 11. Now next, if function. It is a logical function. If function is used for making comparisons, and it will return one value. Now just listen to it carefully. It's a logical function which is used for performing comparisons. If the condition is true, first value will be returned. If the condition is false, second value is returned. Likewise, if A1 is less than 12, true, false. And what is the value in A1? What is the value in A1? The A1 has got 45 value. 45, is this less than 12? No, it's false. So it should return a false value. I'll practically demonstrate this same option. If A1 is less than 12, likewise is equal to, if A1 is less than 12, I am using this particular logical function, comma, within double quotes, true, double quote ends, comma, double quote starts, false, double quote closes, and then this bracket will close. Because 45 is not less than 12, it is going to give you a false. If I'll say, instead of this 12, I have written 62, it should have given a true value, because 45 is less than 62. That holds. That is why it has given a true result. If instead of 62 I have written 32, it would have given a false result, because 45 is not less than 32. Now coming to another point, that is charts. Charts are being used for graphical representation of numeric data. Now let's suppose I have got this particular data. This particular data is available. This is available along x-axis. This is available along y-axis. For creating chart, firstly we have to select all the data that is available. In the next step, click at insert. These are available charts, like column chart is there, line chart is there, pie chart is there, bar chart is there, area chart is there, scatter chart is there, other chart is there. We have selected this column chart and click at column chart. Look, this column chart appears on the horizontal side and on the vertical side, every data that is being available. Now this is the way to create charts. You can change chart type also. You can change it to line chart also. You can change it to pie chart also. You can change it to bar chart also. Whatever type of chart that you wish to create, Just select that chart and it will create that type of chart that you wish to have. Any kind of chart that can be created just by selecting that particular option. With this, I complete this particular topic. Thank you very much. Have a good day.